Hey everyone, welcome back to Dr. Pastor JP Reacts. This is JP.
Yes.
I'm Caleb. Dalton over there. We have been reacting to all kinds of stuff. Oh, geez. But we're going to react to a song called God and Prozac. What are your thoughts, Dr. Pastor JP?
I don't know.
I think,
That's like...
before we even get into it, I think there are a lot of times in the Christian culture...
What is that?
And you would know this because, I mean, you went to school for counseling. There's a misconception in the Christian culture that Christians can't deal with mental health, that
Correct.
we have to just pray them all away, or Philippians 4:13 them away.
Correct.
And so I think when Christians see a title like this,
I do not espouse to that.
Yeah, I don't either.
I want to say that publicly.
I'm also in school for counseling, so
I'm interested now to hear the words. I'm like, okay, let's
check out God and Prozac. And if you're new to our channel, let's join this journey together. So here we go.
The better part of my 20s spent writing songs about God on a Prozac prescription. Doesn't that seem odd? 'Cause I believe in a gospel and a God who is good, but these chemicals don't always work like they should.
That's true.
Hung up on this heartache in the distance between the way that I'm feeling and what I believe. It's gotta know that you're with me. Yeah, I really do. But these feelings just need some help to break through.
This could really get me into trouble, but you know what? I don't care.
Let's put it all out there.
I'm going to put it all out there. There's belief, and we touched on it in the beginning. There's belief that, you know, if you have any sickness or body malady or something's going wrong in your body, out of your body, whether it's your heart, lungs, kidney, whatever, that you can take medicine for all of that stuff. But if there's something going on in your mind, you shouldn't take medicine for that. And I don't believe that. I believe we live in a fallen, broken world that's cursed by sin. All humanity is cursed by sin. We live in broken bodies, internally, externally. Our minds and hearts can be broken. Like, we can be broken, right? We're broken people. And I don't think because someone may need, you know. Now, in saying that, there are people who take it who may not need it as well. So, on equal sides.
There's two sides.
There's two sides of the coin. But I would say those that need help, right, through medication, I don't personally believe that makes them any less spiritual or able to reach God than the person who's not on it. I do not believe that, and you won't be able to find that in the Bible as far as I'm concerned. This is something that I've had to key in on a lot.
Well, especially this one kind of speaks right to you because, again, your doctorate is in theology.
Yes.
And your doctorate is in counseling. And a lot of times those conflict.
So,
and even I've seen our comments say, how can he be a therapist and a pastor? Those are
here's the deal.
Opposite. They don't work.
I don't know whether I should say this publicly.
We're in this far.
Because this is personal. But I'll say it, knowing that it could get out. I was actually on Prozac for 10 years myself. And people have asked me, how did you get off of it? I don't really have an answer to that other than I started to change the way I was thinking, my surroundings, Not everybody can do that. I'm not suggesting if you're on it to do that. I'm just saying I understand because of pain and trauma in my past. Like, there was a point in time when I'm telling you, you could talk to my family and they will say, yeah, he needed his power pill. That's what they used to call it. And I was really ashamed of that for a long time. And then I began to realize that God loves me nonetheless, whether I'm on medication or not. He doesn't love me because of that, or he doesn't not love me because of that. He loves me because he created me, and he wants to have a relationship with me, and he wants me to walk with him and represent him well. And as I started to just think through that, and it took a while, to get, but that was something that I was ashamed of for a while. I didn't want to tell anybody. I was ashamed to tell my doctor. I haven't been on it for years. Be honest, though, there are times I thought maybe I should go back on it. But
Well,
I say, you know why I say all that? Because I don't want people to hear from us ever that there's any shit.
No.
Absolutely not. And I don't care if I get criticized for that. Y'all can criticize.
Right.
I'm fine with that. I'm pretty secure in myself. Whatever.
So even 20 years ago, you were still a believer.
Absolutely.
You were working at
school.
You were working here, or
I'd come from the college setting.
okay.
And
So
then
he was
came
still
to work
working
here.
in like Christian
Ministry,
atmospheres.
yeah.
Ministry.
Yeah.
And I think that
And there were people I couldn't tell.
exactly. But I
'Cause
think
I was
what
ashamed.
that addresses is
Yeah.
I think a lot of people think I have to get my life together first
Listen,
before I start looking for God, or before I start going to church, or before and like you just said, you were working, actively involved in ministry.
listen, man, I was
And
so lost.
It still took you
Lost in terms of finding myself and
Yeah.
kind of getting my head together and dealing with, some serious hurt and pain.
Yeah.
To be honest.
But I think this misconception that we have to figure it out before we start doing these things. Like, God doesn't want that. Like, you don't clean up before you get in the shower. And
Jesus says in the Gospels, I
You
didn't
don't.
come for the people that were healthy.
Yeah.
I came for the people that are sick.
Yeah. And
I don't need to help you healthy as you think you're healthy.
So we still got the whole video to
yeah,
go.
I mean, you got me going on a roll now.
But before we continue, like, if you're watching this and you're like, oh, I couldn't go to church, the church
No.
would burn up, or I would burn up,
Listen,
or lightning
ain't burn
would
up.
strike.
I come here every week.
Like, God loves you as you are,
Absolutely.
medication or not.
Whatever.
And we love you as you are, medication or not.
It don't matter.
Come to church. We want to love on you. We want to
Whatever.
Yeah. And so, like, before we don't even know what the rest of the video holds,
Lord.
but like,
Okay.
yeah, before we get into that, I just wanted to say that
You're gonna have a
like,
lot of splicing to do.
We're not shutting you down because
No.
you take iron supplements or Prozac or Zoloft or any of them. But like if you're low on iron, you take iron supplements.
Yeah, but that's okay.
But that's okay.
If you have high blood pressure,
You take high blood pressure medicine. I don't know.
but if you're struggling with your mental health, you shouldn't take anything.
Yeah,
That
we
part of it's
do
a sin.
Not believe that.
I don't believe that.
No. So again, if you were struggling with something, you're like, I could never go to church because
Sure you
I'm
can.
on medication. Come
God
on
will
over.
never love me. That's not true. Anyway, go ahead.
So let's watch the rest of the video.
Dalton got me all worked up already.
Cause I've been writing the book on how to write you a love song when I still need help trying to love myself. I've been writing the book on how to write you a love song when I still need help trying to love myself. I still need help trying to love myself. I've been trying to move forward, not get stuck in my head. There's a foolproof solution that you a love song when I still need help trying to love myself. I've been writing the book on how to write you a love song when I still need help trying to love myself. I still need help trying to love myself.
You hear a song like this and you hear the chorus and the ending, you know, I'm trying to write a book about how to love you, but I'm still trying to love myself. I think there's two ways of looking at that. Some could look at it from a very critical perspective of, wow, loving yourself, that's prideful and that's, you know, that's not humble. I get that. That is not what no. This is the only song I've heard from him. That is not what he's talking about. He's talking about this internal thing of actually seeing himself and loving himself the way that God loves him and Christ loves him. Sue said to me the other night, do you want to watch a movie? And I said, yeah. It was about a dad who worked in government, local government. He had 3 sons, and his one son also worked in government. All he wanted from his dad was to hear him say that, like, he loved him or he did a good job or he was the best at something, right? And it was weird because some of the things that were said in the movie, like, were a bit triggering in relation to what he's talking about. Because what I was watching triggered the thoughts of, I wonder if, I knew my dad loved me, but you get those questions like, I don't know if my dad loves me, so I'm wondering, how do I love myself? Like, I'm not even sure. Like, did I do something wrong? Is it me? You know, you have all those thoughts, right? And in the ultimate end, my dad and I, we had a great relationship at the end. When he got older, it was good, but not so much early on. It was kind of, but this song, that's real.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
For everyone. And you may not want to address it. You may have ignored it. You may fill your life with so much stuff that you can't think or don't want to think about it. But when it comes to relationships, this kind of stuff is pretty common.
Yeah.
Especially if, you know, you've had struggles in relationships, whether it's parent, child, husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend.
Yeah.
But,
well, and like we said before, like, Jesus wants you in your mess. He doesn't want you to clean yourself up first and then try to approach him. He wants you in your mess. Like, think of the story of the prodigal son. And for our listeners or watchers who don't know this story, this guy basically stole his dad's inheritance, ran off, partied it all away with hookers and ended up spending all the money and living with pigs just to eat the
real
pigs. Slop. Yeah, real pigs. Like, in the pig pen trying to eat their slop with them. And then finally he realized, hey, my dad's servants get treated better than this. I'm just going to go home. And the dad meets him with open arms and throws a party and celebrates, my son's home. And Jesus looks at us the same way, whether you're, again, taking iron supplements or Prozac or whatever the heck it is, like whatever you're going through, you don't got to figure it out to approach him first.
I hope not.
I don't have figured it out yet.
I'm still trying to figure it out.
Yeah. There are still things that I struggle with.
Yeah, but you're a pastor. Exactly.
Paul says the same thing. Not that I've obtained the goal, but I'm still going.
I'm reaching. I'm trying to, I'm doing what I can. I'm running the race.
I'm still going. I'm pushing forward. I'm pressing on. And so, like, man, if you're watching this and you're from our Dax videos or other videos and you really don't have any idea about Christianity or Jesus, really, I would encourage you, do not try to figure it out on your own first. Surround yourself with people trying to figure it out too.
And you have to understand that other people's love or lack thereof for you does not define in any way God's love of you.
He's standing there with open arms. My son's home. My daughter's home.
And so many times we get hung up in that. Like, it's, remember, I've been talking about this relationship thing. Like, that can really go one way or the other. And then it starts to define us. And the next thing you know, we're anxious and, we're like, we have doubts about ourselves and not in a prideful way. Yeah, I'm the man, doing the Conor Gregor thing when you walk in a room or, not talking about that, like a healthy view of who God says you are and how you should view yourself versus lack of worth.
Yeah.
And really our worth comes from Jesus himself, not our own doing. And so it's a great artist. What's his name anyway?
Chris Renzema.
Yeah, I honestly don't know if that's the correct pronunciation, but that's how I know how to say it. So Chris Renzema.
Renzema.
But yeah, comment, subscribe, do all the things. But don't forget, keep your nose in the book.